Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wheelchair Basketball Ottawa Invitational 2023, presented by Meridian Credit Union. Today we have the Toyota feature game. I'm Jackson Starr, joined alongside former Canadian wheelchair basketball captain David Ang. And David, what are you expecting today for the first game of the tournament?
Well, I think it's going to be a great game today. First game of the tournament always sets the bar for the rest of the tournament. So I think it might have a little slow start. The two teams are going to try to feel out each other and figure it out from there.
Terrific. These two teams met in friendly action last summer. The 4 games last summer were at the Toronto Pan Am Sports Centre. Netherlands won 3 of the 4, and Canada winning the last one by 1 point, 57-56. Nick Gonson, who's not here today, said at the time that was a very big morale victory for the team. We'll see how these two teams shape out. Obviously, this tournament is in preparation for the IWBF World Championships in Dubai later this summer. So just a little bit of a feeling out process, like you said at the beginning, to be expected, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end of this first game of the tournament.
Yes, exactly, especially that both teams have one major component, one major player missing for today's game. Canada's missing Nick Gonson, one of their top scorers, and as well the Netherlands are also missing Mustafa Kormaz, which is a really great little guard that brings up the speed a lot.
Absolutely. So we'll see what adjustments are made throughout these two teams. The Netherlands beat Canada yesterday, the up-and-coming players for Canada yesterday, and obviously good for the young Canadians to get a little bit of a grasp of a tournament like this and playing a very, very competitive team like the Netherlands as well yesterday.
Yes, exactly. We'll also see like the two coaches. We'll see the lineup that they're going to be able to bring in, experiment with. This is a great tournament that we're about to start, and like I said, we're only it's probably their preparation for World Championships coming this June, so they're pretty close to their peak.
Absolutely. So just to give a recap of what's to come in this tournament, we've got 1 game here today, then 2 tomorrow, Canada and USA at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow at 6 p.m. it's the USA and the Netherlands. Before on Saturday, we have a triple header with Canada playing the Netherlands once again. Then Canada and USA Saturday at 1:30. Then the USA and Netherlands meeting once again on Saturday, May the 20th. And then we have the semifinals on Sunday at 9 a.m. Before at 12 p.m. it is the final of this tournament. And as we've mentioned, all in preparation of the IWBF World Championships coming up in Dubai. And for Canada, winning the gold, of course, in 2012, which you were a part of. After that team won, a lot of players kind of move around, a lot of moving pieces. 2016 wasn't as positive for the team, but it's been an upward trend ever since, and they're just trying to kind of build on that success that was captured in 2012 to try and move towards the future.
Yes, exactly. Right after 2012, we've had a lot of changes, retirements off of our Canadian senior men team, and we had a lot of young guys replacing those players. But today, those young players are actually ready to go right now, and they've been improving a lot, and the whole team, the whole squad is doing really well right now.
Absolutely. So we will have the national anthems and then opening tip coming up here from the Raven's Nest at Carleton University. Once again, we are back here at the Raven's Nest at Carleton University in Ottawa, Ontario, and we are just about set for tip-off here for the first game of the tournament. We do have a ceremonial tip-off to start this one, and then we will be getting underway.
We have co-captain here, Bo Hedges, that just doing the honorary tip here. He just won an MVP last weekend for the wheelchair basketball, Canadian Wheelchair Basketball League Championships.
Yeah, terrific player, been here for a while. Bo Hedges, the 43-year-old, part of the veteran group for this Canadian team. He won't be starting today. It'll be Garrett Ostapchuk out there with Colin Higgins, Lee Malimic, Pat Anderson, and Tyler Miller for Canada, while Frank de Jong, Robin Pogenvish, Mendel Opdenorth, Matthias Bellers, and Jory Van Trier will be out there for the Netherlands for the starting five. A big absence today for Canada, as we've spoken about, is Nick Gonson, but like we've mentioned, Mustafa Korkmaz also out of this game. So two big losses for both of these teams, and Nick Gonson, a really key player, captain of this team. We'll see how Canada does without the absence of one of their leaders on this team.
Yeah, so excited to be here. This is going to be a great game. This is the second time that I'm broadcasting here for wheelchair basketball. I did it for Tokyo, but we had to be remote, and it's fun to be here live and be able to see the action, like the speed. The speed is way different, like live, than on TV and stuff. So if you guys are in the area near Ottawa this weekend, come and watch some wheelchair basketball. There's a lot of real fast-paced action going on here.
Absolutely, and some terrific teams, top-end teams on the global international stage. Netherlands, one of the top teams in Canada, or in the world, that is, and for Canada, one of the top teams in the world as well, and then the U.S., which we will see tomorrow, also one of the top teams, took home gold in Tokyo 2020, so one of the top-end teams in the world, definitely, and three top-end wheelchair-talented teams coming in to this tournament here in Ottawa, as the teams are just warming up for a couple of minutes before we will get going here. And as mentioned, this is the Toyota feature game, so quickly right off the hop, Toyota Canada is the proud mobility partner of Wheelchair Basketball Canada. Toyota's partnership with Wheelchair Basketball Canada represents their commitment to mobility and movement for all through vehicles, sport experiences, and more. And we will see some top-end talent go at it. As mentioned yesterday, the Netherlands played up against the Canadian future players, young players, and Mendel Opdenorth was a really standout player in that game, collecting 22 points. And there are some really strong players on this Netherlands side.
Oh yeah, you'll see. We have a real balanced team here with some good height, and we got some good speed and some outside shooting. So a lot of these players I know a lot from the past. They've been together for a while now, and I think there's only like one or two players that are brand new from this year. So I can't wait to see them with their skills out there on the floor today.
Yeah, a lot of great talent. Matthias Bellers, the big in the middle, does very well underneath the basket, getting a lot of rebounds. We'll see how effective the Netherlands are on the boards this afternoon. They were very effective yesterday in the game at collecting offensive rebounds. And for Canada, we'll see what they can do offensively, obviously, with missing some of their key pieces in the youth game yesterday. But when you have the starting five that you do today, there's a lot of cohesion there. They've been there for a while. We'll see how it all works offensively for them.
Yes, exactly. Team Canada, they're going to have to make sure that the bigs, the tall players from the Netherlands don't enter the key, and to get all the chances on their side to be able to have get their rebounds and stuff, because they'll have a high disadvantage against the Netherlands.
Absolutely. So we'll see what the strategies are for both head coach Matteo Ferriani and Cies van Rootselaar for the Netherlands, as the teams are getting ready for tip here at the Raven's Nest.
The players are getting ready now, setting up, getting their place up, saluting the refs.
And we are set for this tournament to get underway. Wheelchair Basketball's Ottawa Invitational 2023 from Carleton University and the Raven's Nest. I'm Jackson Starr, joined alongside David Eng. We are set For tip, it is going to be Pat Anderson up against Matthias Bellers for the opening tip of this tournament here in Ottawa, Ontario. Official comes to center court, and we are underway. Bellers played it back, but it's picked up by Tyler Miller, and the Canadians will get the first possession. We are underway from the Ravens' nest. Pass cross court to the far side. Anderson works it outside towards Higgins. Colin Higgins across for Anderson. Anderson tried to feed it inside. That takes a deflection off of Bellers. Getting it back and playing it in towards Ostapchuk. Put it up, no good. But the rebound goes right towards the Canadians. Tyler Miller resets, feeds it out. The three is up, and in and out there. Good opportunity for Canada to get on the board first. It was Colin Higgins with a good look, but just doesn't fall. Back the other way with it are the Netherlands. Feed in towards the middle, right underneath the basket there. That's laid in by Bellers, who puts it home. And like we've mentioned, the big matchup in the paint, Bellers does a good job at laying that one in.
Yes, exactly. The Canadians are going to need to recognize the mismatches right in transition right from the beginning of the possession. Off
this near side, Higgins advances towards the basket, tried to cut in, blocked there, right in front under the basket by Opdenorth, Mendel Opdenorth. Heave up towards the offensive side for Pogenvish, and he'll lay that one in. So again, transition buckets for the Netherlands right off the hop, and they take a quick 4-0 lead.
Yeah, quick start here for the Netherlands.
Anderson back the other way. Slows things up, looks to create space, feeds it to the middle. Around near the free throw line, that one's put up and it's good. Lee Malimic gets Canada on the board. 4-2 right off the hop as Canada gets something going offensively.
Great job from Pat Anderson here to draw the defense to open up the middle for Lee.
And now Netherlands looking to respond. A little under 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pogenvish feeds it inside, blocked away there. Nice defensive play by Higgins to read that one, and it'll stay with the Netherlands with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. So Pogenvish set to inbound, goes towards Opdenorth. Pogenvish gets it back, has space, takes that mid-range two, doesn't go, and it's picked up on the rebound by Malimic. Lee Malimic advancing it up the floor. And on this near side, it's Higgins. Colin Higgins back for Lee Malimic. Higgins puts the two up, and that one's nothing but net. Good work from Higgins. Nice space created by Malimic, and the game's tied up at 4.
Yeah, we saw that the Netherlands weren't jumping, coming out of pressure the shooter. They wanted to see if Higgins were going to make that shot, and he did, so they'll have to readjust.
Feed goes in towards the below the basket. Up the north with a chance, doesn't go. Canada gets back onto it. So good adjustments from Canada defensively after a couple of buckets were made by the Netherlands. And now Pat Anderson in transition. Anderson, nice feed underneath the basket. Right there is Ostapchuk who lays that one in.
Nice play here.
Great effort there from Anderson to feed Ostapchuk, and Canada takes the lead.
Yeah, we see Canada here with a little bit of pressure, full court pressure.
And now back come the Netherlands trying to exploit that, but the Canadians get back in time. Pogenvish feeds it underneath Bellers, looking to put that one up, doesn't go. Well defended by Pat Anderson, and he'll advance it up the floor. Anderson, one of the veteran pieces on this team, 43-year-old, swivels back, cross-court feed on that far side. Nice move from Higgins, feeds it underneath the basket. Ostapchuk couldn't lay that one up and in, but a well-created offensive series there for the Canadians as well. Back the other way comes Pogenvish. Defended by Anderson. Pogenvish delays, now feeds it under the basket. Attempt there is no good. That was Bellers who cut in, and now Anderson back the other way. Anderson slows things down, waits for support. Feeds it underneath, just a little bit out of the reach of Lee Malimic, and the possession will go back into the hands of the Netherlands. But a 6-4 lead for Canada, who trailed 4-0 right off the hop, but have bounced back for a few strong offensive possessions to take the lead. Feed goes underneath the basket, thwarted away there nicely by Tyler Miller underneath, and it will go out, but the Netherlands will maintain possession. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Poggenvish set to inbound. Feeds it in towards up the north. Poggenvish gets it back. Poggenvish puts that three up, and a little bit long, a little bit strong as it bounces off the rim, goes out. Canada will get possession back, but why not, if you're Poggenvish, take it from beyond the arc, try to give your team the lead right back.
So far, it seems like the Netherlands are trying to find their groove on offense here. Besides their 2 buckets from transition here, the half-court set, they couldn't find anything pretty productive.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get going offensively. Ostapchuk below the basket is blocked. It'll stay with Canada with 12 seconds on the shot clock. But a nice effort to feed it underneath. And for Canada, creating good space offensively and good job in transition to set up and then create stuff below the basket as well.
Well, yeah, that right side of the offense there, for the past few possessions, they've been attacking the same side of the key right now. So it's been paying off for the Canadians.
And we'll see if they can keep attacking that or if the Netherlands can make adjustments. Higgins feeds it back up top. Malimic goes out for Anderson. Anderson, fade away, rattles in and out again, but the rebound goes right into the hands of Miller, and he'll feed it out towards this near side. Malimic, free throw line shot. That one falls. Good work by the Canadians to create movement, get an offensive board, and put a couple more points on the board.
This is the second biggest rebound that Tyler Miller gets, being the smallest in the paint right in the middle of the forest there.
Yep, bounced right to him. And now back the other way, the Netherlands looking to respond. Poggenvish, a little bit of a miscue, feeds underneath. Bellers puts that one off the window and in. And the Netherlands responds, reducing it to a 2-point Canada lead. Pat Anderson back the other way for Canada. Canadians getting organized offensively. Anderson makes a move, feeds it out towards the far side. Higgins feed back towards this near side. A foul is going to be called, first of the game, and it looks like it's going to go against the Netherlands. And
foul called on Pat Anderson by the referee, Sébastien Gauthier. One of the best refs in the world. He's been reffing since 1990, and he's been to every Paralympic since. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's probably the best one.
Yeah, absolutely, very respected as well. It's impressive. Every Paralympics for how long? It's crazy. And back the other way comes Mendel up the north. Tries to create space, feeds it back up top, and Poggenvish will slow things down. Poggenvish advances into the paint. Bellers puts that one up, doesn't fall. Well defended shot there. And back the other way comes Anderson. Anderson advances up the left side, met by Frank de Jong, and that's going to be a foul called against de Jong. So Pat Anderson already inducing 2 Netherlands fouls early on here in the first quarter.
Canada here with the timeout here.
Yeah, Canada will take a timeout to regroup offensively, but overall a strong start offensively for the Canadians, and the Netherlands picking up 4 points in transition, still settling into this game as we've spoken about in the intro, kind of expecting both teams to feel each other out a little bit off the hop, and the Netherlands definitely offensively, that's what's going on for them right now.
Yeah,
we'll see if they can adjust.
Exactly. You could even see 2 of their players earlier that ran into each other with no defense around them, so they're definitely trying to figure things out. And Canada, like, they've been pretty patient with their offense, probably a little bit more of experience on their side. Just the last possession, I think they switched sides, the 2-4-5, which is Patrick Anderson and Colin Higgins. Patrick Anderson was attacking more on the right side in the beginning, and Colin on the left, and they just switched that in the last few possessions.
Yeah, we'll see if that's a continuous trend, because Pat Anderson on that right side was very, very effective early on in this game. We'll see if they can switch it over towards the left and still be effective here. So an 8-6 Canada lead, and the Netherlands looking to answer back, trailing by 2. Should be a close, good game. And again, as David mentioned, if you're in the Ottawa area throughout this weekend, please come down and support. It's a great tournament, a great opportunity to see these terrific athletes in person.
Oh, most definitely. You have to see it live.
Yeah, nothing like seeing it live. As back the other way come the Canadians, looking to put a couple points on the board. That pass goes over the head of Malimek back the other way, and it will go into the hands of the Netherlands offensively with 3:22 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it is another turnover from the Canadians here. They're going to need to clean this up if they want to start gapping and getting a lead here.
Paganvish trying to create space for himself up against Anderson. Feed under the basket. And another well-defended shot there from the Canadians. And back the other way comes Pat Anderson. Anderson. Space develops for him. He puts that one up, and that one's good. Pat Anderson carrying it up the floor, doing it himself, and the veteran adds a couple points for Canada.
And a great shot here for Pat Anderson.
Pass intercepted there. A long attempt for the Netherlands is cut off, and back the other way comes Colin Higgins. Higgins creates space right underneath the basket, puts that one up and in. Higgins, an individual effort to get underneath the basket, and again, a big two for Canada, 12-6, they lead.
Yeah, nice seal here from Tyler Miller that was able to lay the path for Colin Higgins to get that easy layup.
Up to north, back for Paganvish, underneath, nice pass towards the middle. That one doesn't fall. It goes out off of the Netherlands, so Canada will get possession right back. And for Canada, they've responded underneath the basket, doing a good job on the defensive side. Pat Anderson carrying it up the floor with 2:15 left in the first quarter. Anderson, that one goes out off of a Netherlands player, and it will stay with the Canadians. Try and create something else offensively. And we're going to get a couple of subs into the game for the Netherlands. It's going to be Patrick de Boer, number 7, and number 15 is Quentin Sendinger.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit more quickness here from the Netherlands side.
Yeah, taking Bellers out of the game as well, so trying to, as you mentioned, get some more quickness into their game. Colin Higgins carries it underneath, tries to put that one up, and it falls. Good work there by Colin Higgins again, and another 2 added on to for the Canadians.
Yeah, another nice play between both Canadians, Tyler Miller here and Collins again. Tyler Miller as well with the help Colin get closer to the basket, laying a path.
Up the north, feeds it cross court to the far side. Feed back towards Opdenorth. He's fouled on the shot, and that's going to be 2 shots for Opdenorth. So good work by the Netherlands to induce a foul from the Canadians and get to the line, trying to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, Tyler, seeing that he had a height mismatch on him, turned his chair, started backing up to get closer to the opponent, but a little bit more, too much chair contact.
First one's good from Opdenorth, who, as mentioned, had a game-high 22 yesterday against the New Era Canadians. Knocks down both of his free ones, and it's a 14-8 Canada lead. A little under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Higgins advances up the left side. Still holds on to it, feeds it up top. Malimek feeds in towards a cutting Ostapchuk. He'll put that one up, no good. Rebound collected, though, by Miller. Whistle goes, and it's going to be a foul called against the Netherlands. Once again, Tyler Miller, his second offensive board so far in this game, and it induces a foul from the Netherlands.
Yeah, he's like a magnet right out there, getting all those balls to fall to him.
Exactly.
He's not the tallest one there.
Exactly, as it's fed back out towards Pat Anderson. Anderson, nice feed inside. Ostapchuk lays that one up and in. Nice pass from Pat Anderson, one of the best at that in the game, and Ostapchuk finishes it off to make it a 16-8 Canada lead. Towards the near side, Mendel Opdenorth. Robin Paganvish. Paganvish Up the right side. Contact made there, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to go against the Canadians.
I guess Tyler Miller. Very good foot plate, aggressive foot plate here.
So Netherlands will have it. 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and the first sub coming into the game for the Canadians is going to be number 11, Chad Jasmine, with Miller coming out.
Yeah, with his second foul, you got to protect him so he doesn't. It's too early in the game. Can't risk him having his third foul.
Absolutely. As the Netherlands will inbound, Pogenvish goes cross court to the far side. Feet underneath the basket. Opdenorth puts that one up and in. Nice ball movement there from the Netherlands. Probably the best we've seen so far from them. And they cut it to a 16-10 Canada lead. Malimic feeds it towards Pat Anderson. Anderson puts that one up. That one's good. Pat Anderson from all over the floor so far here in this first quarter. And it's an 18-10 Canada lead. Feed goes up towards Opdenorth. Netherlands looking to respond. Quick in transition. Canadians get back. Opdenorth feeds it towards the far side. That's Pogenvish. He'll put that three up. That one's good. A big three for the Netherlands. Pogenvish responds, and he's been a key for them in the first quarter as it wraps up 18-13. The Canadians lead over the Netherlands. We'll take a quick break and be right back with second quarter action.
At Toyota, our lineup of electrified vehicles is always growing. We're evolving the ways we move so that every Canadian has a choice towards a more sustainable future. One that includes the all-new, all-electric Toyota VZ4X. Because every electrified vehicle we build at Toyota brings us all closer to a better future.
Welcome back to the Ravens Nest here at Carleton University. It is an 18-13 lead for the Canadians in the first game of the Wheelchair Basketball Ottawa Invitational for 2023. And David, what did you see in that first quarter for both teams?
Well, like I predicted, I saw them adjusting, feel themselves out, and see how things were going and how they were going to attack. I think the Canadians have a better lead right now. They've made better adjustments in the beginning, and which gives them the 5-point lead right now.
And we'll see if they can either build off of that or if the Netherlands can respond. Netherlands with possession, feet underneath the basket. Opdenorth puts that one up, no good. Anderson trying to get that rebound. It'll go out off of a Canadian, so the Netherlands will retain possession.
Yeah, I think the momentum right now is on the Canadian side right now. And as the Netherlands are still looking something more basic to be able to attack on.
Foul's going to be called. We'll see who it goes against. It's going to go against Lee Malimic, who's going to be called for the foul. So just in the middle there, getting caught up.
Yeah, we saw in the last two possessions, right in the same possession here, the Netherlands seem to be wanting to drive more through the top of the key there, more aggressively.
Long two taken on the way, no good. And the Canadians get back onto it. Carrying it back up the floor. That's Bo Hedges. Feeds it towards Pat Anderson. Anderson puts that fadeaway jumper up, no good. And picked up by the Netherlands. They'll carry it back up the floor. Looking to respond after a miss from the Canadians. Pogonvish tries to create space. Canadians doing a good job on defense. Opdenorth feeds it cross towards the far side. Underneath for Pogonvish. That one's no good. And the Canadians get back onto it with Lee Malimic playing it up the floor. Malimic slowing things down. Feeds towards this near side. That's Higgins. Higgins tied up. He goes down, but the feed goes towards Malimic. Back for Anderson on the far side. Anderson, Malimic in the middle, at the foul line, puts it up 1 second on the shot clock. It just goes in and out, and it will go out off of the Canadians, so Netherlands gets back onto it. A couple well-executed defensive series for the Netherlands.
Yeah, we see the Netherlands here not too happy with the no call here because Colin could have had a foul there on the left side. The refs decided to let the play go.
Back the other way comes Quentin Zantigne underneath the basket. That one is called on the play. The attempt from Robin Pogonvish. He'll go to the line shooting two. So Netherlands able to get underneath the basket and induce a foul once again to try and cut into this Canada lead.
Yeah, you can see again, that was another penetration here from the top of the key there. A little drive here from Robin.
So Pogonvish to the line. A little bit short on his first attempt. So 18-13, the Canadians lead over the Netherlands. Pogonvish off on both of his shots, both of his free shots, and Pat Anderson carries it back up the floor for Canada. Anderson directing exactly what he wants out of his teammates up this left side. Stays on his feet, but it's going to be a turnover as the Netherlands will get it right back. Well defended as well right there from the Netherlands. So Zantigne picks it up off of a feed from Pogonvish. Carries it up the left side. Now slows things down. Feeds it up top towards the middle. That one's put up. No good. An attempt there from Frank de Jong. Comes back towards the near side. Put up. No good once again from the Netherlands. They'll get another offensive board. And it goes back out towards Opdenorth. Opdenorth towards the near side. Pogonvish puts that one up. It is just short on the attempted three. Will go out off of a player for the Netherlands, and Canada gets it right back, but a couple of good attempts from the Netherlands off of a couple offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that was a lot of shot attempts in this possession for the Netherlands, but couldn't make it connect. Now we have Jonathan Vermette, number 13, coming into the game for the first time.
Yeah, we'll see what impact he has. Only a couple of subs so far for the Canadians. Joe Vermette being the second, and now Pat Anderson back the other way. Anderson slowing things down. Advances on the right. Nice cut towards the middle and a nice feed and a nice finish from Colin Higgins. Good work there offensively for the Canadians, creating space and finishing off a bucket.
Yeah, excellent play here with a top cross pick.
Play goes towards the middle. Basket's going to be waved off, even though it was a beautiful finish after the whistle had already gone. And the foul is going to be called against Canada.
Yeah, Colin Higgins here with the foul will have to sit out here.
Yeah, his second foul of the game.
Now we've got Reed coming in.
Yeah, youngster.
Oh yes, with a lot of potential here. He's quick. He's got some aggressivity in him, and yeah, really good upcoming talent.
Had a very good impact in yesterday's game as well. As the Netherlands look to create offensively, feed goes towards this near side. Opdenorth puts it up, no good. Late in the shot clock nonetheless, so was forced to let that one go from a little bit of an awkward angle. And a timeout is going to be called. By the Netherlands, that is. So we'll have a quick minute break here, and so far for the Netherlands, it's been a little bit of a better start to the second quarter, making some adjustments offensively and defensively as well to try and battle their way back in this game.
Yes, exactly. They're trying to find a way to penetrate the Canadian defense here and find something consistent that they haven't found so far. They've been able to penetrate and drive from the top, which gave them some good qualities attempts here, but they still need to settle down and be able to knock those shots down.
Absolutely. Robin Poggenvish and Mendel Updenorth have both been solid players for the Netherlands. As for Canada, we've seen Pat Anderson and Colin Higgins play with each other for a long time, and they're doing a great job in this specific game at creating space and finding each other to create baskets for Canada.
Yes, exactly. The Canadians, you can see the difference between both teams there on the half-court setups, whereas the Netherlands are a little bit unpredictable. They're still looking, as Canada, they've been going to the same set almost every single possession and finding good scoring opportunities off of those sets.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can continue to do so. 6:46 left to go here in the second quarter. A 20-13 Canada lead in the opening game of the Wheelchair Basketball Ottawa Invitational for 2023. All in preparation for the IWBF World Championships in Dubai later this summer, which both of these teams will, of course, be represented at. So Canada inbounds. And Pat Anderson picks it up, carrying it up the floor for Canada. Anderson takes that three ball, just a little bit strong on that attempt as it hits the back end of the rim, and back the other way come the Netherlands. Poggenvish. Feed inside towards Updenorth underneath, puts that one up, that one's good. Again, those two, Updenorth and Poggenvish, coming together to create a basket, and it's a 5-point Canada lead.
Yeah, it looks like mostly those are almost all the scoring opportunities that they're getting is the fast transition mismatch.
Absolutely. We'll see if the Canadians can get back on this possession. They do. Poggenvish with space, drops it back off. That's Santigne. Over towards the far side. Updenorth. Updenorth looking to swivel around. Well defended though, puts that shot up. It rattles around but doesn't fall. And it's picked up by Pat Anderson, who carries it back for Canada. Well defended play there by Joe Vermette.
Still remains the 5-point lead that they've had in the first quarter, halfway to second period.
As the Netherlands have tried to battle their way back. Feed underneath from Pat Anderson, and a foul is going to be called on the cutting Bo Hedges. And we'll see if Hedges will go to the line. He will. So an opportunity to add to this Canada lead. And a few subs coming into the game for the Netherlands. So trying to shake things up, clearly the Netherlands here with Bellers coming back in. Haven't seen him since the middle of the first quarter. As well as Gys Evan and Camilio Van Tripe back into the game.
Yeah, even as a pretty good player here, he's really good at instigating action and being able to bring the level of the play up. And we'll see what he'll be able to do here.
As the timeout's going to be called by the Canadians, so clearly those changes for the Netherlands may be inducing a timeout, wanting to see what they'll bring. Some adjustments may be coming for both sides here. Again, the Netherlands trying to battle their way back after a 4-0 start. It's been all Canada pretty much ever since trying to build their lead, but the Netherlands has stayed pretty close to them, and we'll see if some of the changes they make coming into this game are ones that can create stops and create buckets offensively.
Yes, exactly. The fact that the Netherlands are playing a little bit more defense on the Canadians, the turnovers aren't helping with Canada. They would have taken care of those turnovers. The lead would probably be bigger.
Absolutely. We'll see what they can do to adjust and mitigate those turnovers and try to get some more defensive rebounds. Yesterday, the Netherlands were ferocious on the offensive glass. We'll see again if they can kind of instill that type of play, because as you mentioned, they're such a big team, a very, very strong team in the paint, underneath the bucket. So we'll see what adjustments Canada can make to again try to mitigate that as much as they can, as they have been doing so far as well.
Well, you could see the size difference right now.
Yep.
They're going really big with this lineup here, the Netherlands.
Yeah, trying to create a change in this one by bringing some bigger players in. Bo Hedges from the free throw line knocks down his first one. Bo Hedges, veteran player, 43 years old, from Fort St. John, BC. Has 129 career points at different Paralympic games. And makes both of his free ones there to extend the Canada lead. Back the other way come the Netherlands. Santigne back the other way. Advances right below the basket, stops up. Looks for a passing option. Canadians clogging the middle really well. And Santigne forced to put that one up, but a nice shot that falls. And it's again a 5-point Canadian lead with Santigne an individual effort to knock down a couple points. Back the other way come the Canadians. Pat Anderson on the left side. Cross-court feed towards Hedges. Hedges delays, now puts that one up, and that one's good. Again, the vision and passing of Pat Anderson to set up Bo Hedges, and another couple points for Canada. Netherlands back the other way. Santigne, that's Even, who feeds it towards the far side. Now Santigne tries to feed Even towards the middle. Cut off, and Anderson gets it back. Nice defense there from Canada once again. Back the other way, Anderson. Anderson feeds it underneath. Nice pass, good effort there from Higgins to try and finish that one off, but another well-defensive series there from the Netherlands, and they'll carry it back up the floor. On it is Even. Even looking to find a passing option. Feeds it underneath towards Bellers. He'll finish that one off as he was able to create separation underneath the basket and finish that one off.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little
no,
into the game on
it's
this
okay.
one.
Hey, we love the emotion, right? That's what it's all about. As back the other way comes Pat Anderson. Anderson trying to create space, tried to feed it towards the middle. Ostapchuk cutting towards the middle. That's Reed Daith who is taken down.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to call this a clear path foul or what, because who's going to have a layup? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
So that
went the other way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah,
okay. It's unsportsmanlike. So
Yep.
since he was going to have a open court layup and the foul that prevented it, he's going to have 2 free throws, and Netherlands will keep possession of the ball.
So a key point here for the Netherlands. 24-20 game now. That one's just a bit short, so it'll stay a 4-point Canada lead, but Netherlands does have possession of the ball here with 3:40 left to go here in the second quarter.
And we got Colin Higgins back and Patrick Anderson out for the game.
Yeah,
not for the game, for substitution.
Absolutely. So Pat Anderson played the first 17 or so minutes of this one, 16 minutes before sitting now as the feed goes underneath the basket. Intended pass towards the middle, towards Santigne, just goes a little bit out of his reach, and Canada will get possession back. So a little bit of a miscue and an opportunity to cut into the deficit for the Netherlands. It stays a 4-point Canada lead with Bo Hedges inbounding the ball. Feeds it in for Colin Higgins. Higgins slows things down, feeds it towards the far side, Hedges. Pressure converges on him. Forced to feed it out towards Higgins, Reed that is. That shot's blocked, and it's picked up by the Netherlands, who will carry it back the other way.
Yeah, probably not the best take to take, shooting a 3 in front of the tallest player from the opposite side.
And that one goes for the Netherlands, so it's a 2-point Canada lead. And a sub coming in for the Netherlands is going to be Yuri Van Trier coming in. So the Netherlands again in transition with a big bucket there to cut it to a 2-point Canada lead. They've battled their way back here in this second quarter progressively. Now taking that 3 is Higgins, looking to answer back, unable to do so. And it's picked up by the Netherlands, who can potentially tie or take the lead here on this possession. 2:45 left to go here in the second quarter. 2-point Canada lead, 24-22. Back the other way with it is Santigne. Creates space, feeds it underneath. Nice pass, and a nice one-handed finish there from Bellers. And he's had a big impact coming back into the game here, tying this one up at 24.
Yeah, we can see the switch of momentum here. The Netherlands have more control now, as the Canadians with the new lineup trying to figure out. It's their time to try to figure out what they have to do.
Bo Hedges at the top, feeds it towards the near side. Higgins defended well, trying to create space. 4 seconds on the shot clock, forced to put that one up. Nothing there, and it's picked up by the Netherlands, who have tightened up defensively here. And back the other way comes Zantigné. Feed in transition underneath the basket, moving towards the bucket and finishing it off there on a nice effort. That's Van Tripp. Good finish there from Van Tripp, and the Netherlands back into the lead for the first time since it was 4-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Canada's going to need to settle down here.
As the feed goes towards Hedges, nice pass underneath, and that shot's put up. A foul is going to be called as Joe Vermette cut towards the bucket. So he'll be fouled, he'll go to the line. And trying to tie this one up is Joe Vermette. And try to get some momentum back for the Canadians after, like you mentioned, the momentum shift has clearly been seen here with the Netherlands coming back and taking the lead late here in the second. We'll see if the Canadians can get it back going into the dressing room. That'll be very, very key if you can have momentum going into the break.
Yes, especially once Pat Anderson came out of the floor. You know, Pat Anderson was controlling the tempo and controlling the pace of the game and the offense. Now, since he's been out, it seems like Canada is trying to find a new general on the floor.
We'll see if they can do so. Of course, the veteran Pat Anderson. Fayette off on both of those shots, so it remains a 2-point Netherlands lead. Carrying it back up the floor is Zantigné. Slows things down. Carries it towards the left side. Zantigné, falling shot, no good, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the line looking to add to this Netherlands lead.
Yeah, we have Blaze here backed up into the player shooting. We'll send him to the line.
Blaze Mutware, one of the younger players in yesterday's game as well, 29 years old, originally from Rwanda, but eventually his family settled in Toronto and won Pan Am silver in 2019 with this team. Off on the first one there is Zantigné, who, since he's come into the game, has had a very, very strong impact as well. Knocks down his second free one, making it a 3-point Netherlands lead. A minute 21 left to go here in the second quarter. Off the inbound, it's picked up by Blaze Mutware. Off towards the near side, Higgins. Back from Mutware underneath. Nice pass towards a cutting Ostapchuk. Puts that shot up. He's fouled. Ostapchuk doing a good job at creating space and driving a lane hard to induce a foul and get to the line.
Yeah, we can notice what happened here. Like Canada with Pat Anderson going on the bench slowed down as they were searching for their momentum, while the Netherlands brought up their intensity up with this new lineup and was able to cut down that 5-point lead that Canada was holding and even take the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Canada will see if they can respond. Ostapchuk misses his second one after making his first. So a 2-point Netherlands lead. A little over a minute left to go here in the second. Bellers back the other way for the Netherlands. Cross-court feed towards the far side. Zantigné cut off momentarily. Has to reverse, feeds it in towards Bellers. Bellers, and it's going to be a turnover called, so Canada gets it back. Too much time in the key there for the Netherlands, and Canada gets possession right back.
Yeah, down 2. We'll see if they're going to go for a 2-for-1 or not here with 55 seconds left.
Inbound goes towards Bo Hedges. Back on the near side. Higgins feeds Mutware. Back for Higgins. Cross court towards Hedges. Hedges into a cutting Mutware. Tries to reach up and put that one up, unable to momentarily. It still bounces off the outside of the rim. That one's put up no good. 4 seconds on the shot clock. That one rattles in and out as well. Canadians with a couple offensive boards couldn't quite finish it off though, and the Netherlands get possession right back. 25 seconds left here. Back the other way is Zantigné, slowing things down, feeds it underneath. A cutting in attempt there from Even, who finishes that one off and extends the Netherlands lead. Blaze Mutware back the other way. Off towards Higgins, 3 seconds left, only 2. Higgins is going to have to heave that one up. No good. And that will do it for the first half. A good, intense first half between these two teams. Netherlands trailed, but then battled back, and Canada looking for adjustments going into the second half. We will see if they can do so, trailing by 4, 29-25. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with third quarter action from the Ravens Nest at Carleton University.
At Toyota, our lineup of electrified vehicles is always growing. We're evolving the ways we move so that every Canadian has a choice towards a more sustainable future. One that includes the all-new, all-electric Toyota BZ4X. Because every electrified vehicle we build at Toyota brings us all closer to a better future. At Toyota, our lineup of electrified vehicles is always growing. We're evolving the ways we move so that every Canadian has a choice towards a more sustainable future. One that includes the all-new, all-electric Toyota VZ4X. Because every electrified vehicle we build at Toyota brings us all closer to a better future.
Welcome back to the Wheelchair Basketball Ottawa Invitational 2023 presented by Meridian Credit Union. Today is the Toyota feature game. We are set for the second half of the Toyota feature game between the Canadians and the Netherlands. We'll see, with the Netherlands leading 29-25, if the Canadians can make some adjustments in the second half and try to work their way back into the lead. A lead they had for a good portion of the first half, but the Netherlands late in the second quarter were able to battle their way back and go into the break with the lead.
Yes, exactly. We'll see how they come off the bench right away in the second half here, and as we could see, Canada's going to go back with their starting lineup. So we'll see. And now that Netherlands actually got their groove back and were able to generate some good offense, actually, in my opinion, the game actually starts now. Both know what read each other, and now I think they're going to go for it, both teams right now.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments both teams made. You spoke about a little bit earlier on that Pat Anderson had such a big impact offensively for Canada, and then when he left the floor, it really was stagnant for the Canadians, not really finding a leader with the ball who could carry the ball up the floor, finish off, and make some concrete plays. Pat Anderson back in the game now, but still, we'll see if Canada can adjust, even when he's not on the floor, to try and create something offensively as well.
Yes, exactly. All the offense is generated through Pat Anderson. Like, he's got most of the time the ball, or even when he doesn't have the ball, the defense, the Netherlands have to be aware of where he is on the floor at all times.
As we are underway for the third quarter of this game, Pat Anderson picks it up off the feed from Higgins on the near side. Feed towards Lee Malimic. Tried to swing it towards the middle. Intended pass now goes towards Higgins. He'll bank that one off the window, and it falls. And Canada quickly 2 points to start off the third quarter. Higgins with 10 so far on the afternoon. And now back the other way come the Netherlands. With it is Arie Tvit. Tvit feeds it towards the far side. Underneath, nice pass and a nice finish as well there. And the Netherlands add to their lead, 31-27.
Yeah, they did a double team on Wheeler, and they found the open man.
Now Lee Malimic back the other way. Anderson. Cross-court feed towards Higgins, gets to that one. Slows things down, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Open look for Malimic, doesn't fall though. And now the Netherlands back the other way. Trying to add to their lead. Swiveling back here is Twirt. Arie Twirt. Feeds it towards the far side. That's up to North. Up to North, cutting towards the middle, trying to swivel back. Off towards the near side, Bellers puts that one up, doesn't go, and back on it is Higgins. So good effort defensively there by the Canadians. Advancing it back up the floor now, Higgins on the right side. Tried to drop that one off, comes back towards him though. He'll put that one up, just a little bit strong on that one. And the rebound goes towards Updenorth, who will carry it back up. And Canada having a little bit of trouble offensively right out of the break, but still some good opportunities, and now back the other way with it is Updenorth. Updenorth swivels around, does a good job at creating space a couple times. Edge of the paint on the elbow, puts that one up, and that one falls. Good work from Updenorth. Individual effort finishes it off and adds to the Netherlands' lead.
Yeah, Tyler Miller couldn't do much with this height disadvantage.
Back the other way, nice feed under the basket. Looking to finish it off there was Ostapchuk, and it goes out off of a Canadian. So the Netherlands getting it back, and the Canadians just trying to find answers offensively out of the break. It's been a little bit difficult for them to create.
Yeah, now they're going to go full court here, defense. try to shed some time off that 24 shot clock.
They get 10 seconds knocked off of it, but Up North creates space, feeds it towards the far side. Layup not good, and it's picked up by the Canadians as Higgins will start back out.
Well, the Canadians are very lucky on this missed opportunity by the Netherlands.
As Higgins carries it up on the left side. Feed underneath towards a cutting in. Ostapchuk doesn't finish, and now back come the Netherlands. So Canadians need to get back on defense relatively quickly with the Netherlands carrying it up the floor. Feed comes inside. Nice pass underneath for Up North. Left-handed shot. That one falls. Wow, how about that from Mendel Up North? A great finish there, extending this Netherlands lead.
Oh yeah, very nice shot here. Very tough shot to make. Rolling backwards under the basket, behind the board with a little scoop.
Beautiful shot. Higgins now drops it off. Ostapchuk puts that one up, and he answers right back. So good job by Ostapchuk, cutting the deficit back to a 6-point Netherlands lead. And the Netherlands back on possession. Nice heave up towards Up North. Premier player for the Netherlands. Defended there by Mlimic. Creates space towards the middle. Up North. Going to take that one himself, and that one rattles around before falling. Up North, really, really strong couple of offensive series for him. 4 points in the last 2 possessions for the Netherlands, and it's a 37-29 Netherlands lead.
Yeah, the Netherlands are doing a great job of breaking down the press and finding great opportunities on transition.
Higgins takes that one, and that one falls. Good work from Higgins. And he cuts the deficit once again to a 6-point lead. We'll see if the Canadians can get a stop here with the Netherlands carrying it back up the floor.
We could see both teams here a little bit less hesitation here on their shots, and both teams are really going at it right now.
Up North drops it back off. Tvirt tries to make some space. Defended by Mlimic. Feed towards its near side. Up North, long 2. That one rattles around and falls. Up North, hot from the field right now. 6 points here in the third quarter with 5:01 left. We're going to get a timeout called by the Canadians to try and regroup. They trail by 7 here.
Yeah, great possessions by both teams here. Both teams are knocking their shots now, so we think one team is about to take a lead, but the other team is answering. So the excitement is coming, and we actually have a good game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams, as you mentioned, open to making their shots, confident in taking those shots, and that's what's key. And that's a real test for both teams to see where the talent's at. Once you feel each other out, now you can go head-to-head with the matchups that you want, with the different schemes that you want. And if you're confident in making those shots, if you can make them, it shows the true talent that you possess.
Yes, exactly, and it's a big. We could see it happening live right now, and as long as they keep going, I think, like right now, even though the Canadians are like down 8 right now, the Netherlands, it can still go either way.
Absolutely, Canadians can go on a run. They did earlier on to open up a pretty sizable first half lead, but as mentioned, the Netherlands made some adjustments later on in the first half and battled their way back into a lead at the break. Canada's had a little bit of a difficult time at making shots early on, but the Netherlands have responded well as well, so they open up an 8-point, 39-31 lead halfway through this third quarter. Canada with possession, and Pat Anderson on it to try and make something happen for Canada. Anderson looking for an option, just takes the shot, a little bit off. He was definitely looking for a passing option first, but it didn't come, and now back the other way come the Netherlands. Up this near side, it's Tvirt. Ari Tvirt. Defended there by Miller. That's going to be a travel call against the Netherlands. So good work there from Miller to induce a turnover as he drew him out towards the outside.
And in wheelchair basketball, the traveling rule is you can't give 2 pushes in a row without the ball, without having a dribble on the floor. There's no double dribble, so once the ball dribbles, you could give another 2 pushes.
Pat Anderson back the other way, feeds it underneath Higgins. Fouled and 1. Good effort there from Colin Higgins underneath. Nice cut and a nice feed as well from Pat Anderson. and an opportunity to three-point play here for Canada.
Yeah, Colin here contributing a lot here for the Canadians offensively. Let's see if he can make it convert those 3 points. And he does.
Knocks down his one free throw, as you said. A 39-34 lead. We'll see if that gives Canada some momentum. And Netherlands trying to answer right back. It's Arie Tviet with possession. Up the left side. Swivels back. Looking for an open lane. Cuts towards the basket. A foul is going to be called. It's going to be an offensive foul against the Netherlands, so Canada will get possession. A couple big stops for the Canadians off of turnovers from the Netherlands.
Yeah, we have a second foul here from up the north here. He did an illegal block here.
As Pat Anderson carries it back for Canada. Anderson finds Malimik. Cross for Higgins. Higgins on the outside feeds it towards Anderson. Had a shooting lane for a moment. It's closed off. Malimik at the free throw line puts that one up and it falls. Nice ball movement from Canada on the outside, and Malimik finishes it off from the foul line to cut the deficit to 3.
Great job here finding Lee. It's got to be about his 4th from that particular spot there.
Yeah, been very effective from that spot so far. Now back the other way, it's Tviet. Feeds it towards Opdenorth. Trailing backwards, puts that one up. No good. Rebound picked up by Canada, and a foul is going to be called once again on the Netherlands as the rebound was picked up by Bo Hedges. So Canada getting a few consecutive stops here, doing a better job defensively. And checking back into the game for the Netherlands is Robin Pogenvish. So 3:15 left to go here in the third. 39-36 lead for the Netherlands, but Canada generating momentum, battling back here in this third quarter. And it is Colin Higgins back on it. He's been very effective here in the third quarter for Canada. Higgins off for Malimik, feeds Pat Anderson on the outside. Anderson takes that one, and that one falls. Again, good ball movement and a nice shot from Anderson. Cuts it to a 2-point Netherlands lead.
Nice little run here by the Canadians.
Pogenvish feeds it underneath, gets the ball underneath, that is. Feeds it for Opdenorth. Opdenorth, defended by Bellers, puts that one up off the window once again, and it falls. Nice shot there from Opdenorth. He's made some spectacular shots so far in this one overall, and adds a couple points on the board for Netherlands. Anderson tries to weave his way through towards the middle, gets in and finishes it off, and one. Great effort from Pat Anderson. Gets to the line to try and finish off another 3-point play. What an effort from Pat Anderson, individually weaving through towards the basket.
Yeah, great chair skills here by Patrick. He's got a chance here to tie the game up with a spectacular play here.
And he finishes it off to tie this game up. So a good run for Canada. And they tie it up 41-41. Great game here at the Ravens' Nest. Back the other way comes Pogenvish. Feeds it underneath for Opdenorth. Opdenorth puts that one up. That one's good. Again, Opdenorth coming up clutch for the Netherlands. Gives them the lead right back, 43-41. So 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. And it's Higgins back the other way. Hedges feeds it towards this near side. Pat Anderson. Anderson, again, great moves towards the middle. Tries to get a shot, but he's blocked. Wanted a foul, none provided. And that's going to be a foul, it looks like, against the Canadians. It will be. So the possession will go back into the hands of the Netherlands with 1:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Only the first foul of the quarter for the Canadians, so it's been a relatively clean quarter for them, for the Netherlands. And Pogenvish back the other way. Feed towards the middle, intended pass for Opdenorth. Has to swivel around to get to that one, but he does so. Big cluster right in the middle. Opdenorth takes that long two, just a little bit off. So well done by the Canadians to create a nice defensive play, and now Hedges back the other way. Slows things down. Bo Hedges off for Anderson. Anderson advances up the right side, met with pressure. In and underneath, nice feed. Hedges couldn't just quite complete that shot. Back towards Anderson, 3 on the shot clock. Looks to pull the trigger, does, and off the window and in once again from Pat Anderson. Just a lethal, effective play from a very good player right there. And Canada has the lead, or ties this game back up 43-43. Hagenvish back the other way with the fans getting into it here at the Ravens' Nest. Off towards Opdenorth. Foul is going to be called. We'll see who it's going to be on.
I think it's on Tyler Miller.
Yeah, Tyler Miller will be called. His 3rd foul of the game. And with 30 seconds left to go, Netherlands with an opportunity here to try and take the lead back. Hagenvish leaves it for Opdenorth. Opdenorth from the foul line takes that shot, it falls. Opdenorth again effective from mid-range, and it's a 45-43 Netherlands lead with 15 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Higgins settling things down. Last possession of the quarter, Anderson swivels his way around, trying to create space, loses the handle on it though, and with 3 seconds left, the Netherlands will get it. Opdenorth, a last-second heave comes up short, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. We'll go to the 4th in a 2-point game. The Netherlands leading 45-43. After 30 minutes of basketball, we'll have 10 more minutes coming up after the break.
At Toyota, our lineup of electrified vehicles is always growing. We're evolving the ways we move so that every Canadian has a choice towards a more sustainable future. One that includes the all-new, all-electric Toyota VZ4X. Because every electrified vehicle we build at Toyota brings us all closer to a better future.
Welcome back to the Ravens' Nest here for the first game of the Wheelchair Basketball Ottawa Invitational 2023 presented by Meridian Credit Union. This is the Toyota feature game, the first game of the tournament between the Netherlands and Canada. It's a 45-43 Netherlands lead going into the final 20 minutes of action, and it was a very, very effective, good action-packed 3rd quarter of play with both of these teams trading buckets and really upping the score in this one. And can we expect to see more in the 4th quarter, David?
Oh yes, for sure. I think the intensity, especially at the beginning of the 4th, the game could go in any way right now. So both teams are going to try to impose their will on the game right now.
Pat Anderson's been so effective for Canada. We've spoken about him throughout, but in distributing the ball and shooting the ball, he, Colin Higgins, as well as Lee Malimek, have been very effective from mid-range for Canada. Those are 3 key players for Canada, both in this tournament and in the future as well.
Yes, exactly. We have some very good balanced production here from the Canadians. But like I said, once again, as they were doing the momentum, I think Pat Anderson had 2 costly turnovers at the end there that prevented them to have a bigger lead there. But if they can clean that up once again in the 4th quarter, it'll be interesting to see how much of a lead that they can get.
Absolutely. We'll see if Canada can bounce back after a couple turnovers. It's been a little bit of an impact of a trend for them at certain points in this game, as you mentioned at the end of the 3rd quarter. Trailing by 2, Netherlands in possession.
Yeah, Colin Higgins had a great 3rd quarter. Hopefully he can keep it up. And all the Netherlands, all they've been doing right now is up the north been matching up on one of the Canadian smaller players, shortest players.
And a foul is going to be called here. Now we've seen a couple of good opportunities, nice, beautiful shots from Opdenorth in this one so far.
Yeah,
He's called in the foul there.
Yeah, we saw Patrick Anderson trying to match him up on defense here in this first possession of the 4th.
Now we'll see what the Canadians do to adjust to him offensively and defensively for that matter as well. And now back the other way come the Canadians. Bo Hedges feeds it for Anderson on the near side. Anderson lost the handle momentarily again, but he's able to get it back.
Have a little bit of stagnation on offense here.
Anderson, though, makes that one, and that mid-range shot falls and ties the game back up at 45.
Great shot from Patrick Anderson here.
Now back the other way, it's Poginvish. Slowing things up. Now advances up the right side. Out towards the middle. Opportunity there for Van Tripe, but he's stripped of the ball, and back the other way come the Canadians. It's Anderson. Swiveling his way through, looking to create space. Anderson on the near side, puts that one up, off the backboard and in, and that gives Canada the lead, 47-45.
Oh yeah, great play by Tyler Miller here to be able to give path to Patrick Anderson.
Called on the foul there on a pass towards the underneath of the basket as Opdenorth was fouled. He'll go to the line. And another example of Netherlands' transition offense as it induces a foul, and Opdenorth going to the line trying to tie this game.
Yeah, that's a dangerous here. Colin Higgins, one of the best production offensively, just got his 4th foul here, which means that next one he's out, so he's going to have to sit. And the young prospect, Reed, is back in the game right now.
Yeah, Reed Daith, a young prospect for Canada, 20 years old. Off on his first one there is Opdenorth. Reed from Sherwood Park, Alberta.
We have the crowd here stumping their feet, trying to distract the free throw shooter here.
Doesn't work that time. Worked the first time, though, as it's a 1-point lead for the Canadians with 8:40 left to go here in the 4th quarter. So still a lot of time, as well, as you mentioned, for Higgins to be on the bench, a very key player for Canada. We'll see when he does come back in as Anderson lets it fly, and that one falls. Patrick Anderson hits from beyond the arc and opens up a 4-point Canada lead. Back the other way with it is Poginvish. Slows things down. He'll try to answer right back. It rattles around but doesn't fall. A nice effort there, and now Canada back the other way trying to extend the lead. 8 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Anderson again. Up the right side. Cuts his way back. Feeds towards Malimic. Nice pass underneath for Hedges. Puts that one up. It's just a little bit strong on that attempt, but nonetheless a very strong passing play for the Canadians. And now it's the Netherlands back the other way. Opdenorth in the middle. Closed off. And the whistle's going to blow as the Netherlands player is down on the play. That was Frank de Jong, who's back up. And the Netherlands will have it side out with 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Inbound collected by Poginvish. Comes towards the left side, trying to create space. Feeds it towards the middle, cutting in Bellers. He'll put that one up, no good. Rebound collected there by Anderson. Now back the other way comes Reed Daith. Reed swivels his way towards the left side, takes that mid-range one. Ranger off the window once again, and it falls. The youngster Reed Daith makes his shot. Timeout called by the Netherlands. They'll want to talk it over as Canada is getting going here in the 4th quarter and has opened up this game a little bit. 52-46, they lead with 7:16 left to go in the 4th.
Nice shot here. You can see Reed is being really fearless here, just coming in and attacking, taking that shot with conviction, and extends the lead here for Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. You like to see that from a youngster for sure, a guy who can come in and very confident in taking his shots even when the moments are as big as they are right now in a big game, a big close game, taking those big shots down the stretch and coming up clutch, building confidence and building momentum as he develops with this team.
Oh yeah, he's fearless, that's for sure.
So a 52-46 lead for Canada in the first game of this tournament over the weekend. And the Government of Canada is proud to support Canada's wheelchair basketball athletes from playground to podium in their pursuit of sporting excellence. Sport Canada in support of this tournament. So we'll get set here for the remainder of this 4th quarter.
Thank you, Sports Canada.
Exactly. Thank you, Sports Canada. As the Netherlands will have possession right off the hop, trying to cut into this lead. We'll see what they can do. They were very, very strong at the end of the first half at making their shots and really generating momentum going into the break, but Canada has responded very well. We'll see what the Netherlands can do to try to get momentum right back here. As back the other way comes Op de North. Op de North met by Hedges, feeds it underneath. Nice feed towards the cutting in player Van Tripe, who finishes that one off. And tries to cut into this deficit as much as they can, the Netherlands. Big 2 points right there for them. Pat Anderson delays. Foul is going to be called. And it's going to be called against Van Tripe, or De Jong that is. So it'll stay with the Canadians. So the team's second foul could come into effect later on in this quarter. As it's inbounded towards Lee Malinek. Goes towards the near side for Pat Anderson. Anderson, cross court for Hedges. Hedges advances in, feeds it off towards Reed. He'll delay, put that one up, it's blocked. Well defended there by Bellers. Foul is going to be called though, and I believe it's going to go against Daeth as well, so the Netherlands will get possession.
Yeah, that was a tough shot for Reed. Once again, getting blocked by number 11 from the Netherlands, their tallest Bellers, from their tallest player there. So he's got to find a way to choose his shots better.
Back the other way with it are the Netherlands. Op de North finds a cutting in Pogendvish. He'll put that one up and it falls. Easy bucket there. So a little bit of a miscue defensively for Canada. And it's a 2-point Canada lead. 6 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2 scoring opportunities for the Netherlands coming from the offside.
Off towards the far side, it's Hedges. Swivels his way around, feeds it up top for Malimek. Back for Hedges. Hedges delays, now takes an uncontested shot. That one's a little bit off, and it's picked up by Op de North. Tough shot there from Hedges, and now back come the Netherlands. Pogendvish up the right side, cuts his way back. Pogendvish in towards the middle, tried to drop that one off towards Van Tripe, goes off of him, and now back the other way comes Hedges with it. Hedges, Canadians trying to act in transition, but the Netherlands get back well. Hedges now takes that shot off the window and in. Good work there from Hedges, adds to Canada's lead, 54-50, with about 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Hedges with 6 points now on the day, and now back the other way comes Pogendvish. Pogendvish feeds it underneath. Nice pass for Bellers, who finishes that one off. A great feed from Pogendvish in towards the below of the rim, and then it's going to be a called timeout by Canada to try and talk things over. Up by 2 with 4:52 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, as we've spoken about, the second half has really been back and forth. A lot of good action between these two teams. Netherlands making their shots, Canada doing the same, and just great back and forth action all the way down to the end here.
Yes, exactly. Right now we're in a little game of runs right now. Like Netherlands going for a little run here. Canada had their run before. And now till the end of the game is going to see who's going to be able to limit the other team's runs.
Absolutely, and you have to think the turnovers are going to come into effect. And in preparing for a tournament like the IWBF in Dubai, you want to mitigate those turnovers, and an opportunity to do so in big games like this to try and get preparation for the pressure that comes in a big tournament like that.
Right, exactly. So you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you can, right? And this is one great one here. And to be able to go to Dubai and compete at with the biggest teams in the world for World Championships. So the Netherlands, like we said, they're European champions right now. So they got a good chance to be able to evaluate where they're at with the rest of the world right now.
Absolutely. One of the premier teams in the world, as you mentioned, #1 in Europe, the Netherlands. All in preparation for that tournament and then looking well ahead to 2026 as well, or 2024 that is as well. So back the other way come the Canadians. It's Anderson on the near side. Anderson swivels, finds Malimic, tried to feed it underneath the basket towards a cutting in Miller, but it's defended by the Netherlands, and they'll advance their way back up the floor. With it is Poginvish. Slows things down. Now works his way towards the right side. Circles back towards the middle. 5 on the shot clock. Feed goes underneath for Bellers. Bellers takes that one, a little bit short. Gets it back, though. Puts that one up also off. Rebound bounces out off of a Netherlands player, so it will go back to Canada with 4:09 left to go in the fourth, but a couple good opportunities off of offensive rebounds for the Netherlands. Hedges back the other way. Swivels his way back, finds Malimic at the top, over for Anderson. Underneath, feed towards the middle for Reed Dyth, but just a little bit off there. It looks like he reacted a little bit late to it, and now back the other way come the Netherlands.
Lots of turnovers here by the Canadians. You're going to have to clean it up. I know I've said it before, but
been a continuous trend, as you mentioned, and there's a big shot from Opdenorth, who ties this game up at 54. So good effort from the Netherlands to battle back, again creating those turnovers. 3:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game, 54-54. Hedges finds Malimic. Space opens up for him. He carries it towards the middle, puts that one up. It rattles out, and it will go back into the hands of Bellers, who settles things up and finds Opdenorth. Opdenorth up the left side, now cuts towards the middle. Poginvish swivels his way around. Off for Opdenorth. Opdenorth, cross-court feed for Poginvish. He takes that long two, doesn't fall, and it's picked up by Anderson, who will start back out the other way. Under 3 to go here in the fourth. Pat Anderson, veteran for Canada, working his way up towards the right side, swivels his way to the middle, feeds it towards Hedges, just out of his reach momentarily, but he's able to keep it in. Good effort there from Hedges. Cross towards the far side, Miller. 2 seconds left, a foul is going to be called with 1 second left on the shot clock. It'll stay with the Canadians as, of course, the shot clock will be reset to 14 seconds now, so they get a little bit of a break there as they were late in the shot clock, forced to get a shot off. And Colin Higgins, late in the game, now will come back in, sitting on 4 fouls, so we'll see how aggressive he can be. Doesn't want to foul out, of course.
yeah, he's back, so we'll see. Both teams are we can notice both teams slowed down the game right now.
Anderson off towards Hedges, but it was a little bit of a miscue there. But Anderson gets it back, puts that one up, doesn't go, and the rebound will bounce out towards the middle, picked up there nicely by Higgins. Higgins keeps it alive, advances in, looks to feed that one over, but it's cut off, and back the other way come the Netherlands. Poginvish feeds it out towards the streaking in player, and then it's Opdenorth who lays that one up and in. And Mendel Opdenorth in transition gives the Netherlands a 2-point lead with 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. So Hedges with it. Canada trying to create offensively to tie this game. In for Anderson. Options close on him, but Anderson finds Hedges. Hedges is fouled.
Tiki foul here called. I think the refs are wanting to put their will on the game as well, in the sense where they want to make sure that everything stays clean.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see how much of an impact that has down the stretch here, with Anderson getting it off the inbound, up the right side. Anderson takes that one, off the window, doesn't go. Rebound collected momentarily by Malimic with support in the form of Anderson, and jump ball is going to be called. It'll stay with Canada, and they'll have it. 14 on the shot clock, 1:35 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Canada trailing by 2, 56-54 in the first of this Ottawa Invitational Tournament, the Toyota feature game, the first game of the tournament. Hedges feeds it inside, but it's cut off there by Poginvish, and a foul is going to be called.
Tyler Miller.
As Miller is going to be called. I believe that's his 4th foul. So a couple players on 4 fouls out there for Canada. With 1:33 left to go, a big possession here for the Netherlands, trying to add to this lead and make it potentially a 2-possession game. Poginvish back the other way. Feeds it for Bellers. Bellers met with pressure, and Hedges called for the foul.
Yeah, that's strategic, smart play by Bo Hedges. Awareness of the team foul count, so he's got to get closer. They might need to foul at the end there to get some free throws.
Absolutely, he does it again right there. So Hedges called for his second foul. As you said, makes sense. Good awareness. So now 4 fouls for both teams. So both teams will be in the bonus after one more foul. The inbound goes towards Poginvish, who keeps it alive, but it's going to go back and picked up by Opdenorth. Backcourt, though, on the Netherlands, and Canada will get it back. So an opportunity here for Canada to try and tie this game.
Oh yeah, big turnover here by the Netherlands.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there from the Netherlands. We'll see if Canada can capitalize. Higgins to inbound. Goes for Anderson. 1:15 left in the fourth. Anderson, he's hit hard, and that's going to be a foul called against the Netherlands. Blocking foul on Opdenorth, and it's going to be 2 shots as well for Anderson. So a big foul right there. A couple of mistakes from the Netherlands, a turnover, and then that foul to send Anderson to the line to try and tie this game up. Just misses his first one. So some high-intensity free throws right here. First one falls short. We'll see if he can knock down the second to make it a 1-point game. Able to do so. So a 56-55 lead for the Netherlands with 1:12 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Netherlands on possession. It's Poginvish. Feeds it for Bellers. Bellers looking for a passing option. Finds Poginvish and gets it back. Takes that one from the free throw line. It falls short. Picked up, though, on the rebound. Nicely there. That shot's up. Rattles out as well. And Canada get on possession. Back the other way, it's Anderson. 3-on-2 break the other way. We'll see if they can attack in transition. Anderson up the right side. Puts that one up. Lays it in, and it falls.
Wow, nice play by the veteran Bo Hedges here to be able to give the pass to Patrick Anderson here for an easy bucket to take the lead.
1-point Canada lead, 57-56. Foul's going to be called in the paint. And it looks like it's going to go against Canada. So the Netherlands will take 2 shots to try and regain the lead. And that's going to be Higgins' 5th foul. So he's going to be forced to come out of the game, and Reed Day, in a high-octane moment, is going to come back into it. Fans getting up and getting into this one. First one rattles out. So we'll see if DeBoer can hit to tie.
The crowd is stomping their feet.
Second one lips out as well, and the fans into this one as well, with Canada on possession, 30 seconds left. So a little bit of a difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Anderson onto it, advancing up the left side. Have to think he's content at killing off as much clock as well. Only a 1-point lead, though. Feed goes in towards Hedges. Hedges takes that from the free throw line. That one lips out as well. Goes towards the near side. Picked up by Poginvish. Keeps it alive. Nice feed. And that feed goes up towards the near side. Opdenorth. Opdenorth feeds it underneath. That one's put up. Doesn't go. Picked up by Canada. Anderson will take it. And that will do it. A 1-point win for Canada. 57-56 in the Toyota feature game of this tournament. The first one, Canada with a big 1-point victory over the Netherlands.
Yeah, what a game here. Close till the end here. The turnovers on both teams was a big deficit for both teams, but Canada pulled it off, and which is great for the first game of this tournament, and they could just build from this.
Absolutely, a 57-56 Canada victory over the Netherlands in the first of this tournament. Reminder, we'll have 8 games left in this tournament, including the semifinals and the finals on Sunday. The next one will be tomorrow at 9 a.m. This Canada team will face off against the USA, another very good team coming into town. If you are in the Ottawa area, come out. If not, join us on the stream. I'm Jackson Starr, joined alongside David Eng. Thank you for joining us for this one, and we hope to see you again. Have a good day, everyone.